How we do it? Rough up for it, fuck up yard. Young juvenile living like a junkyard. Let me bad bits for the uncle for me gun broad. Young juvenile living like a job. Lord, every junkyard.
Like, share. Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, guys? It's your boy Sean. I'm here again with another video that I'd like to share with you all, right? But before you do so, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification button so anytime I make a new upload, you will be notified. Remember to watch the videos. Watch the videos. Like, share, and comments, right? My last few videos that I've uploaded, oh my god, guys, you need to watch those videos. They were actually lit. A bag of excitement going. Me I tell you, be something. Me and my two crazy friends them. Me I tell us them going with a bag of excitement. Anyways, guys, tonight I have this story that I want to share with you guys. It's not really something that I talked about because it is a real painful experience or a real bad experience, right? So tonight's topic is about I call it my Cinderella story. All right, so it is actually my Cinderella story. Growing up in my father's house with my stepmother and her eight kids, right? So growing up in my father's house and my stepmother and her 8 kids, so that made me number 9, right? I think I was living with my father from I was about 9 years old. Guys, I'm not exactly sure of the ages because as me I tell us, I get old. Me I 30 enough years old, so me I get real old. So I am not exactly sure of the correct ages, but I do have an idea, right? So I think I went and lived with my father when I was about 9 years old because my mother was poor and she could not take care of me at the moment. She had to be working, and I'm the eldest child, so well, yeah, I had a brother because I'm the second one for my mother, but yeah, so she had the son and then she had me, so we were like a year apart. So at 9 years old, I think she brought me to stay with my father, right? And I am telling you, it's not a bed of rose. Guys, I've said to myself that I am going to confront my father because this issue has been riding my mind for the years and years and years to come. I have not gone to look for my father for a couple of years, well now, probably some 4 or 5 years or probably more, I'm not sure, but it's been a long time, and the only reason why I have not gone down there is because every time I go to that house, it's like it just constantly reminds me of the things that I went through, the things that I passed through in that house, right? So I think if you think I should confront him and let him know exactly how I feel about the situation, comment down below and let me know what you think. And if you have ever had an experience like mine when I finish telling you the story, then you can go ahead and comment down below as well and let me know what are your views or share a part of your experience with me, right? Okay, so I had in the house I had elder sisters, like real older, like probably like some 10-15 years older than me or so, them age. I had about 3 siblings that we four no four yeah 4 siblings that we grew up, like we were age group, probably some was like 2 or 3 or 4 years older, right? I had this 2 specific siblings. One was younger than me. I had a next brother. He was like we were like the both the same age, but he born I think a couple months before me, because I born in December, but we born in the same year, right? Remember, I'm the only one for the wife, right? So my other brother, I think we are the same age, if not, he's a year older than me. But I think clearly, if I can remember, we are the same age in the same year. It's just that he was born further up in the year, so he's like some months older than me. Then I have a next brother. He was like probably 2 or 3 years older than me, right? Then I have a next sister, which she was like probably about 4 or 5 years older than me. My smaller sister, which was the baby, I am like about 3 or 4 years older than her. Because I was like about 9, she was about like 6 or 7. I don't remember exactly how the age group go, but I know I was older than her a couple of years, probably 2 years or 3 years, somewhere there about, right? So anyway, growing up with them was hell. And I'm sorry, a lot of people is going to watch this video, probably family members and friends, because it's the first time I've ever talked about it. It's the first time I've never confronted any of my family members, because everyone is grown now, obviously. I've never confronted any of them and asked them if they remember how I used to be treated in that house as an outside child. The only person that I actually felt loved by or get some love from in that house was my grandmother. That's my father's mother. She was the one who called me Little Cinderella. My grandmother was like, little Cinderella, no worry yourself, everything's gonna be okay. My grandmother always tell me that. And she was like my guardian angel there. And oh my God, when she died, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart when she died, and it's like I start getting loose, out of control. Like I don't care about nothing anymore, because she was like my only savior in that house. She was the only one that I could relate to. If there's anything wrong, I could go and stood by her side or sit on her bedside or whatever. And when she took sick and she died, it was like it took a toll on me. So I just started behaving real bad. Trust me, I was a fucking, excuse my language, but I was a troubled child when I was young. I was troubled, and I think I was troubled because I was more like ignorant at my mother for taking me to that house. I was also ignorant at my father for not paying me enough attention, for not stood by me or sticking out for me or make me feel like I was a different soul from his other kids, like I was nobody, I was nothing. Right? So anyway, growing up in the house, my stepmother, she treated me like crap, and the kids, they treated me like crap too. The youngest child in the house, she treated me like crap as well, right? So I'm telling you guys, it was not an easy road there. I remember days when I am in the house, I am like the second youngest child in the. Oh yes, I got a call, so I just had to turn off my data. Sorry about that, guys. I had to turn off my WhatsApp because people just constantly choose to call me, and they always call me at the wrong time. Let me light up the screen. Anyway, guys, thank you again for watching, and thank you for liking and sharing. And for all who have subscribed already to my channel, thank you very much. I appreciate the love. For who have not yet subscribed, please go ahead, like and share and subscribe to my channel, so I can go ahead and update you and share a lot more funny or interested videos with you. So as I was saying, I am like the second youngest child in the yard, and I had to do all the work. When I said all the work, I had to do all the work. At 10 years old, I was washing. And when I said I was washing, I'm not washing for myself alone. I was washing, like, I had to wash my I think at times when I was about 11, 12, I had to be washing my sister's clothes, my two smaller brothers' clothes, right? I had to sweep the yard, I had to clean the house, I had to wait until everyone eat to wash the dishes. I had to do everything in that house, right? Not. I remember this one instance one day. I used to suck my thumb. I have a teacher at my primary school that I used to go to. At that time, it was all age school. Big up yourself, Miss Thousand. You are the best. You were like my mentor. Miss Thousand, I owe you a lot. Miss Thousand was like a guardian angel. When I go to school looking shabby, have no food, nothing. When I go to school and look like a crap, Miss Thousand was always there for me. Miss Thousand, I swear I have not seen that teacher in years now. I don't know if she's still alive or whatever, but anywhere you are right now, my heart goes out to you because you were like a guardian angel to me when I was younger. Alright, so this one time I used to suck my thumb. Right? Used to suck my finger. And this one time my stepmother actually took my finger. I don't remember what age I was, but I was young. I was probably like, I was still going to all age school, so probably I was like about 10 or 11 or 12, somewhere there about. I was still going to all age school, right? So I was sucking my finger. I used to suck my big finger, and my stepmother took my finger. You know, back then them cook on coal stove. Them not really have no. I don't remember if they had gas stove because my father had money. My father used to travel and do farm work like every year. And I can remember my father buying me a suit of clothes, and no matter how my father got foreign and come back, I never see him carry back something for me. And no matter when go work and come back, him go buy one little snack or one little chips or one little sweetie and carry back for the other kids, my father never give me anything. Never. Not that I can remember, my father never give me anything. Never came back and gave me a treat just like how he would have given to the other kids. Right? Anyway, stick a pin right there. So as I was saying, I used to suck my finger, and my stepmother took my hand and put it into a pot of burning coal. Guys, you're supposed to know what coal is: fire coal, charcoal, or whatever you want to call it. The woman actually had a stove filled with coal, burning hot, like all the coal was like burning. And she literally took my big finger and put it into that burning flame, that fire of coal, and burned my entire effing finger. My finger was swollen like it was about to rotten off with a big water bubble on it, and when the water bubble bursts, it starts sore. Up till now, my finger have the mark on it. And hold on, cause my give the sweeter joke is not only one, it's both of them. So as I was telling you about Miss Thousand, no one looked at the finger, no one tried to dress it, no one tried to do anything to the finger. The finger was there actually, like it about to go rotten off, right? Anyway, I went to school and Miss Thousand asked me what happened, and I told her, and she was the one attending to the sore that was on my finger, because by this time it becomes sore, right, and real effed up. I remember I used to wrap it up in, like, get any piece of cloth and cover it up just to probably keep the embarrassment or whatever it was, right? So after that, now my finger started healing, and I started to suck my next finger. What I said, I started to suck my next finger, and my stepmother repeat the same thing. She took my finger and she put it into the pot of coal fire. And I talk about living coal where burning a fire, like then just take off the pot of fire and the fire them dip on the coal, the flames, and she burned the other finger. See, the mark is still on my finger from the burn. None of them no disappear. Both of them is there from my two finger, from the burn that was there. If you can, I don't know if you can see, guys, you can see good or whatever, but the mark is still there on both thumb. Both of them, the mark is still there, because I used to suck both of them. When one was sick, I used to suck both of them. So now when she burned it, I can't suck none of them no, and this one I still never get better, so I started sucking these, because I decided say, yo, I go burn up the whole of my finger, them this time I come not tap suck my finger, and my finger. And I was a very determined, and trust me, I not tell nobody say I was a good behaving child, because at the end of the day, how I was treated, I was hungry, I was ignorant, I was bruised. You understand? So therefore, I behave outrageous. It's like my mind was in a different place. I was an angry child. When I was younger, I used to fight like if ever anybody say anything to me, hey, one time I beat them up, one time. I used to fight like I was mad. I used to behave like I was crazy. Anything nobody said to me, I was dark. When they call dark, like a midnight, my dark. Anybody said nothing to me, I take out the whole of my anger upon them. And at this time, I was like about 12 years old, about 11, 12 years old. Right? So, after she burned my next finger, Miss Thousand still was there throughout it all, and she helped me and she dressed them until they get better. This next time again, I don't remember exactly what happened, but I can't forget the fact that the time my stepmother took a hot comb. I don't know if you guys know what a hot comb is in that time. A comb that they used to use and straighten your hair. Because normally now we have flat iron, curling iron and all these iron. Them time we used to have some comb where them put on coal stove, and when them put it on the coal stove it get hot and them use it for straightening your hair. So that was the comb, right? I still have the scar in my back. She took the hot comb, and the woman beat me, give me some lick. I don't remember what I did or what happened, but I can't forget the incident of what took place. I just can't remember everything clearly, right? So I remember she take me and I was on her lap, and the woman take the hot comb out of the fire, the coal fire, and place it on my back and spun my back, scare me for life. I remember what I did her. And I can't, as at probably 12-year-old, what the hell I could do for you to take a hot comb and burn me in my back just so? Alright, that was not even enough for her. I remember again, my stepmother had a bit, see there, chocolate on my fire, I know it not gonna disappear, the mark is still there. The woman have a big spoon, them big blow wood, I think it was a wooden spoon where them, because she always making cakes and all that, pudding or whatever them call it, or toto or whatever them call it, or them they say. The woman take the big spoon of me in the kitchen the man, and the woman give me a chop in my head with the spoon. Blood run down the whole of my forehead. You understand? And I'm never right in that house. No matter what happens, I'm never right. Whether I'm right or wrong, I'm never right. I was treated like an outcast. I had to do everything. And when it come on to dinner time, when everybody and them big stunning them chicken and pork, me I get some big clot dumplings. So you understand? Me I get some big elevator dump. Me can remember my stepmother used to make some big dumpling, like one or two big. Let me tell us a big dumpling, big like some pot cover. And that my stepmother used to give me when everybody and them rice and them pork and them chicken, and that's why I don't eat ackee now. Cause my stepmother give me ackee morning, evening, noon and night, Sunday to Sunday, Monday to Sunday. Me not get no chicken, me not get no pork, me not get no fish. Me I get some ackee for me and be a ackee. That's the reason why I don't eat ackee now, because I feel like I had too much of it when I was younger. Right? The woman give me some ackee for eat, some ackee for eat, everything, and some big dumpling. I can't remember one Sunday my stepmother give me 2 big blood clot dumpling. Me I tell her say dumpling them big and fat and sitting. And I sat there and I was eating the dumpling. And I tell her say to all the dumpling them big, me fall asleep over the dumpling. And the woman come out there and take one, put up and give me one rascal in my head. I said, if you get up and name the food, because I not waste it today. And I said, I sit down and I sleep. I sit down 1 hour over the dumpling, them I try to eat the 2 dumpling them. I name the dumpling them till I drop asleep and wake up and name the dumpling again and name the dumpling again. Told the woman wicked. Anyway, it good. So all after this and that now, all these things that I've been through with her, all these tortures, all these abuse, all these disrespect, all these name calling and whatever, I can remember one time when I was around the back washing, right? And at this time I was like about probably like 13, about 13, 14 thereabouts, yeah, because I was getting older. And I can remember I was around the back washing. My sister was like probably about 10 or 9 or thereabout. And I was washing in the big bath pan, them iron bath pan, right? Or iron, yeah, whatever it was. Them bath pan there, if you know what I'm talking about. And I'm telling you, my sister came around there and she emptied out all my clothes on the ground, and tell me to give her mother bath pan. Me not for wash her mother bath pan, for wash my clothes on the ground. And I tell her say, I did beat her ass around there. And when me beat her ass and her mother come, then did beat me again. But I didn't care because I satisfied myself. I'm like, you're younger than me, and no matter what you do to me and what I do back, when I do back something to you, I'm still getting wrong. So therefore, I'm gonna beat your ass every second I get. Because she was like the youngest one, I would take out all my anger on her. I would beat her ass with every chance I get, right? And then my smaller brother, me and them used to fight like every day. Yo, my brother, them wicked, them wicked, them wicked. Hey, you know what? Tell us some things about my brother, them do to me. I don't want to tell you some things when my brother them do to me, especially the bigger one. I don't want to talk some things what them do to me, right? But anyway, I can remember one day, I still have a scar on my foot. One day I am washing plates, and my brother was passing by, and a little of the water got splashed by the little boy. That was the only time I saw my father stood up for me. And I was washing plate, and a little of the water catch the boy. You see it? Wash me out. So I'm washing plates, and me tell you, little bit of the water pass by, and a little bit of the water splash on him. I'm say the youth go up a little distance, cause outside with a wash plate. Outside wash plate. There was a kitchen, but a outside wash plate on the side of the kitchen, right? The boy go up on the hill, cause we kinda live up on a hillside business like, and the boy go up on the hill and pitch through big rock stone after me. And one of them connect on my foot, me I tell you, I still have the scar on my foot up till now. One of them connect on my foot, and me I tell you, my foot tear right out. At first, when the stone connect in my foot, the skin rip off, and you can see the bone, because it's in the bony part of my foot. You can see the bone, how white it was. And then it was there for a couple of seconds, then blood started shower down. And that was the only time I saw my father stood up for me and said he was going to beat him for it. And you know what happened? He never get the beating then. He never get the beating. Because my stepmother, him not coming at the house the night. My stepmother put him up somewhere else, make him sleep. And she cook food, and she shared him food, and she sent him food, go give him wherever he was. And he didn't come in the house at night, and the next day when he finally come in the house, everybody forget about it. When I say everybody do, everybody forget about it. So therefore, he never really get no scolding for the action that he did. But I just felt a little bit complete with the fact that my father attempted to beat him because he did that, right? So anyway, I say the worst of the worst happened. So I can remember this one time. No school trip we a keep. Me no go. Me never go on school trip. Hate none of the yard. No fear, no nothing we a keep. Me no go. When I'm going to school, my smaller sister or my brother bring the money to school. And when them go to school, if them decide so them no want give me none of the money, them not give me none. You understand? Them not give me no money for buy no lunch, and my siblings them I bring the money go to school, because all of us used to go to the same school. I am older, and the smaller one will bring the money because she was their angel. You understand? Sorry sis, I go talk the things them. Even though me end up on a background, so out of all of you, you are the only one that I really, my smaller sister, she I refer to right now, you are the only one that I really communicate with like that. I know you might see this. I don't know if you forgot everything that has happened back in the past, but I never forget, right? And I just feel like it's time now, and YouTube just give me the courage and feel like it's the right platform to just share my story with people and make them, probably someone have a similar story like mine and probably can't find the courage to share it. But I've grown from the fear, I've grown from pride and shame and all of that, so therefore I feel this is the time for me to just share my story. And yes, I am going to confront my father. As soon as I go back down to Jamaica, I tell myself, because my sister told me the other day that he's sick and he's in the hospital. And yes, my heart goes out to him because I still love my father dearly, even though we don't have that communication or that relationship that father and daughter should have, or a father and child should have with a son or daughter. We don't have that, none at all. But yeah, I still feel some type of way for him. He's very old now. I think he's about 78, 79 years old or whatever. I don't even know his age, so I'm not even sure. But anyway, I told her that when I come down, I would come and see him and all that. But definitely I'm going to go ahead and look for him. And if he's in a good health condition or health-wise, I'm going to sit him down. I'm going to share my views with him and my feelings to let him know exactly how I felt living under his roof when I was younger. Right? So anyway, as I was saying, my sister and my brother, they were the ones to carry the money to school or carry the lunch or whatever. And 3/4 of the time I don't get no money, I don't get no lunch, because if I can go to them, go ask them. If I ask them a problem, and then when I cuss them or I beat them or I fight them, when I come in, I still get whooping from my stepmother, I still get whooping from his father for every little thing, right? So anyway, I can remember this here when there was a trip, a school trip. Everybody I was crazy about a school trip. I tell them I could sleep in the night. Them get up overnight and them fry them chicken and bread, and everybody fry and them fix up, and me realize that nothing now fix up for me. So everybody trip fare, all the kids in the yard that was going to the trip, their money was paid already. None never pay for me. I understand. My stepmother tell me say yes. So me ask me tell them, say we do anything, I beg them please to just go on the trip. Me do anything, you understand? To go on the trip. The woman tell me say yes, she pay the money for me to go on the trip. Right. Alright, so trip day come now and me wake up good. We wake up around 5 a.m. in the morning, and I tell us say we live in a one big, we live in a one big yard, and me have to sweep the yard, like the yard big, me have to sweep the yard, and we live up the, you know, you have to sweep the yard from top to bottom, go straight down the road, because we have one long track we got past, and a big tree all over. So you know, so there's a lot of leaves in the yard and all that, because you have whole ackee tree and we had mango tree, breadfruit tree, all kind of tree, and there was a lot of flowers. So we have to sweep the yard, and the yard's a big yard. You understand? So I think I got up about 5 o'clock, or probably a little bit earlier, because by that time they started waking up for about 5 o'clock or 5:30, because the bus was supposed to be leaving at 6:30 or 7 o'clock, right? Or 8 o'clock, somewhere there about. I don't exactly remember the hour, but you know, so a trip go, you have to leave out early. So I got up, I sweep the entire yard. I never sweep the yard so clean so yet, because I want to go on trip, so I make sure I do everything right. You understand? I got up so early, I sweep the yard clean. I wash the dishes. I wait for when time everybody done eat them breakfast. Me have to wash them plates. See, me have to sit and wait until when everybody eat them breakfast to wash them plate. So by this time now, everybody bathed and ready now, you know. I don't sit there, I don't do everything. I'm going to fill up the water them, and everything that was there to be done, I did it from early. So when everybody get up now and breakfast up board, everybody eat them breakfast. Me never get no breakfast now. I remember clear, I never get no breakfast. Everybody eat them breakfast, everybody drink them tea. And now everybody get ready with them back on them back and them igloo and them with them chicken and them whatever them having, them snack and sitting and not did that for me, but me never really care. I just wanted to go on the trip. I don't care if there was any chicken for me or any snack for me or any juice for me or whatever it was. I don't care. I just wanted to go on the trip. So after they all ate, and I was supposed to wash the plate, because my stepmother said, you know, I left out of this morning till I wash the plate them. No, I left out till I wash the plate them, so make sure I wash the plate them. So I said, alright, wait till everybody done eat, and I bathe no man and put on my uniform, because me never have no beach clothes to wear, or no outfit to wear because I didn't get anything new. When everybody just up in them sneakers and them socks and them jeans and whatever, I never have that. So me being and put on my washout uniform, me have a wear go to school to go on the trip. You understand? So me wait till everybody done eat. By this time when them done eat, everybody gone leave me now, gone up at school to go meet the bus now. I walk, we used to walk at school. So everybody gone leave, but we never really live far from the school. We live about 15 minutes or 10 minutes away from the school. So everybody walk gone now, leave me. All over come link up them and meet them up and them gone leave me now. So me after the day I hurry up and wash the plate them and sitting when me done wash the plate me have to wipe out in the house and wipe out in the kitchen and sitting. So me have my case now and sitting now when me done him finish wipe out the house and hurry up and wash the plate them. Grab my bag now and I run go down the pass. Now my stepmother call me back and tell me say yo, me not finish wash the plate them. Come wash the plate them. I say I wish you talk. And me took down the pass because she talking after me done wash the plate them already. And she will tell me say more plate the day I plate them no wash good or whatever. I don't care. Me shut down the road and gone about my business. And me tell her say me run breathless go up at school. Me say me do. Me run breathless go up at school. You saw me go up at school, my love. The first bus gone and the second bus, I was two bus and the second bus about to leave. And when me asked, no money no pay for me go on one trip. Let me say, no money no pay for me go on one trip. So now everybody there on the bus and laugh after me and sitting and then drive off and gone. Because when I reached, I was just in time to see the second bus driving off. And when I asked, I think one of the teachers, somebody that else was there, I think it was one of the teachers, and when I asked, oh, the bus are leaving, me just reach and whatever. Them say, my name is not on the paper, so no money was paid for my fare. I say, Papa, sister, brother, family, friend, all I know. I lie down on the ground and I ball and I roll, my ball. I can't remember that like it was yesterday. I tell you, I lie down on the ground and I roll and I ball. And I say, oh, the woman, wicked woman, so she pay me fare for go up on the trip. I get up so early before everybody to do everything, and yet me still not get to go up on the trip. Anyway, that pass and gone, and I say, alright, it good, you see it. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of things else that happen, but I don't really feel like I go put it on social media yet. But I tell you, say, it's a lot. I feel like I need to confront my father first and get this off my chest. Not even my mother. My mother know that I was being abused in the yard, but there's not much she could do as according to her, because of her situation. So she knew that I was being abused and I wasn't treated fairly. When I was younger, anyone knew me when I was younger, they can see I always have a bag of sore all over my skin. But just little mag and cranny bad, be a sore over my skin when me around probably 9, 10, 11 years old, 12 years old. Be sore all over my skin and them something there. You understand? So anyway, I'm telling you this story because I've never shared it with anyone else and never really shared in depth. I think I told my best friend about it. I told Vin about it because in that time I really needed someone to talk to, and she was the only one I could talk to. At that time I actually told her about the story and incident of what happened. I don't think I think I've gone in depth and she knew everything, and apart from Miss Thousand, which was my teacher, she knew everything that I was going through as well. But apart from that, I've never shared the story with anyone else. So as I say, growing up in a home with a stepmother, that's why I always say when I get my child, I always say I don't want no stepmother to raise my child because of what I've experienced with stepmother. Right? I don't want no stepmother grow my child. Because any girl put their hand on my child, I go deal with them wicked. You understand? So it was years and years. Me run me from the house, the yard like probably like 2 or 3 times. Me run back on things and run away, or sometimes run away without no clothes. And run away and go about the place and then come back for me and this and that and whatever. And so it keep on I go. So them come for me and so me run back. And the last time I think I was 15 years old when I ran away the last time, because this time I planned it good now. I decided to say, yo, the first time brother catch me I down the road and stop the car and take me out of the car, And my father beat me. I'm gonna go back up. My father beat me, and I'm plant again. I'm run away again. And this time I don't remember if I'm my sister or my auntie, but somebody saw me in the car with a bag, and them lay with me and take me out of the car again and go. So this time I decided, to say, all right, since I don't always, I don't now catch me this time, and this time I actually ran away and it worked. And I was like 15 years old, or 14 almost going on to 15, and I ran away this time. And from I ran away from that yard, I didn't go back until I was probably like about 16 years old. And the reason why I went back, because where I was with my hand, she was sickly, and then about the things and things to come back. I remember when I came back there, my father have two big house, right? And my stepmother said, I can't stay in our yard. My stepmother said, I can't stay in our yard. So my father have one big house on the bottom of the road, and have one up at top and one on the bottom. And the bottom one is have like about 13 or 12 room or something like that. Some whole heap of room depend on the house. My stepmother actually say, them I rent me the house. And I tell her say, I lived there at that house for about 2 years or so before I build my own house. Paying rent to my father at my father's house. I'm paying rent. I'm renting a one room from my father. By this time I was working because I was big, I was tall and all that. So I used to lie about my age. So I was working in a bar when I was young, about probably like 15 years old. And I was working in a bar, and I got some help, and I told my father that I wanted a piece of land to build a house on. And you know what man tell me say? Man run away from him and ask me, so I get money from to build a house. I said, alright, it's good. And I asked my grandmother, which was my mother's mother, right? She had a piece of land, but it was like way up in the bush, up in the hill part. Anyway, she said, it's for our grandkids, so we can build a house there. And I took the piece of land and I got the help, and I put up my nice 2-bedroom on it. It was intended to be 2-bedroom, living room, bathroom, and kitchen. But I only finished up the 2-bedroom and the bathroom. Right, the kitchen and the living room it actually up to roof height. It's just that it didn't have on any roof or any window, so I put it up to that place. So now I started working, and I started sending myself to nursing school and all this and blah 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 and whatever. Start meeting some people, things start happening for me, and my life start look up good. My stepmother tell me say, drunk her go shit pa me house, and me nah go no way, and me I go breed out and this and that and whatever. And I didn't get pregnant until I was 22, right? And by this time my small sister was on her second child already. She got pregnant out of school. And remember, my stepmother tell me say me I go breed out of school, and I go on with this and that. But at the time I never really like man. Yes, I had a one boyfriend here from school. Boyfriends kind of like shy the thing away, but me never really into that. You understand? So therefore, no breeding never in my thing. Me I focus on the bigger picture, and she a focus bad mouth on me. The woman cuss me and tell me say that drunk go shit on my house now go nowhere, and now go done and this and that, and she wish the most for me and whatever. You understand? And none of what she wish for me never come true. So anyway, by this time I was about 18, 19, 20, going to nursing school, sending myself to nursing school, funding myself, working at the same time and whatever. Even though I was actually, I think I was paying, I left their house because by this time my house was actually finished. There was no door, no windows, no bottom in the house. And I nailed up some zinc at I think I had one door, the front door. And the rest of the doors, I nail up some zinc there and board. And for the windows, I nail up some zinc and board. And I sleep in the house without. I had a bed at the time. I slept in the house. I started sleeping in the house. I moved out from their house where I was paying rent and started to sleep in the house with no roofers on it, no windows, no door, no bottom, no painting, no nothing. I started living in the house before it was actually finished. So I'm living in the house, I'm working, I'm going to school. I'm going to nursing school. Right? So I got some help, and I finished up my house and put on some more doors, put in some windows, flash up, paint up inside and all of that. So things start looking up bright for me now. So by this time now I was like, yeah, So I was rewinding. Now I'm fast forwarding to when I was actually 18 or 19, 20 thereabout. My stepmother saw me one day and she was sick and she's like, Sharian, because that's my right name, you can buy me some medication. Show me one prescription. I think it was like for $2,000 or $2,500, I remember clearly. And she's asking me to buy her if I can fill the prescription for her. Remember, one cost me out of me around 15 or 16 or something, and I charge rent from me for living in their house and something, you know. Anyway, I think I gave her $1,500 because me, I have a clean heart, and no matter what people do to me, I will still forgive you. And I think I gave her $1,500. And after that, after I moved from North Country and go live in Montego Bay, every time I see them, my father or my stepmother, them always want money from me. I always give it to them. I swear, I always give it to them. If me have money, I give them 1,000 or 1,500 or whatever. I give my father $5,000 or whatever, and you know, say buy a juice, cause my father love drink and smoke back then. So even though my stepmother acts like nothing happened, like some 5 years ago, cause by this time I was like 22, 21 years old. I didn't have CJ yet. I was like 21 years old. So them still see me, and my father start proud of me now, cause I graduate from nursing school now, and I start working at a nursing home now, and things I look up for me and me I shine bright now. So me and daughter now, I start being daughter now, yeah, and everything good. And I'm not say nothing to nobody about whatever happened, and until now I have not said anything to my father. But night pan night, days pan days, my God, my bed, and it ride me, and a lot of things happened to me in that house. A lot of things that I still have not mentioned on this video, and I feel like say I need to confront him, I need to get it off of my mind, I need to say it to him so he know exactly what was going on when I was under his roof. Make him die with him guilty conscience. No make me dead with the pain and the heartache in my head, in my mind, and my brain, or my body. I go release it. You understand? So make it guilt, kill him. God forbid, I don't want nothing to do to him, but I'm just saying, make him be the guilty one. I'm not gonna stay with this anymore inside of me. I need to let it out. I've been through so much in that area. Just tell you. May I tell you, the best thing that happens to me in that yard was actually my grandmother. Trust me. And it made me grow up as a angry girl. It made me grow up as a hungry girl. I used to like real fight back in my relationship, because I started dating girls from when I was about 13 years old. Or I've been with girls, liking girls from when I was 9 years old, but when I was 13 I had my first girlfriend, and then 14, 15, 16 I had my girlfriends and all that. And I used to like a real beat up girl, like every little thing, anything people said to me, just beat them up, just fight them, just cause I was ignorant. But I really changed from I had my son. I really changed the whole of fighting things and in and out and lock up on them something there. Them something they stop, cause me used to like real fight, stab up and serious fight and them something. You see, so from I had my son, I started looking at life differently, and it really changed me in certain ways, because I was very ignorant, as I said, and I really look at life differently, and it really changed me in certain ways. But my hope say before I confront my father, them actually see this video and hear everything that is really bothering me and all the things that I have to say. There's a lot more to the story, but I'm just gonna leave it here as it is. When I get to them, then we make them know exactly what is what. You understand, guys? Thank you very much for listening, and please drop your comments down below. I think it still bothers me at times, because a lot of time I think about it, and I feel like because of that, that is the reason kind of push me to the lifestyle that I chose today, because of some of the things that happened, right? So anyway, guys, thank you for listening. Please remember to like, share, subscribe to my channel, and I have a lot more stories, a lot more fun, a lot more things to share with you guys. I hope you stay safe in the next season.